Hello and welcome back. Thanks for visiting my channel Changing Lives. I'm Hiral and today I'm going to talk about one of the most challenging, considered as one of the most challenging topics. I'm going to talk about convincing skills. Often in my life, I've seen a lot of people putting in efforts, real hard efforts to convince somebody. A businessman or a salesman does really go far to convince their clients, trying to sell their ideas, goods, services, whatever you say. For instance, sir, this is one of the best products that you'll ever see in the market. Trust me, sir, if you can get a product from anybody else that is better than ours, I'll buy it from you. I'm always there to support you, sir. Our after sales services is amazing, sir. You can contact me anytime, sir. I'm always there for you, 24/7. Not only a businessman or a salesman, but at times even when people go for an interview, a job interview, they really try to give their best to convince the interviewer to get them a job. Sir, this is an awesome company. I've done a complete study on the company. I've been through the website of the company. Sir, I see a lot of growth opportunities for me out here. This is a platform for me, sir. I had been looking for this kind of a role and responsibility from ages. My search has just come to an end today. And not only in our professional life, but at times also in our personal life. We drag ourselves out of the limits to convince either our children, either our parents, our wife, or sorry, not wives, wife. Husbands are always, I don't know how much hard they have to try to convince their wife. Honey, I know, I wanted to take you to shopping myself, but it's not a good idea today actually, because it's going to be all crowded everywhere. It's not your class, to go in such a crowd. You are a class apart here. It's not for you. My only question is here to everyone. Is convincing really tough? Do you really have to convince? Do you really have to put efforts, so much efforts, work so much hard to convince? Well, let's understand in the very first place, what is convincing? It simply means an art of making somebody believe in what you have to say. It simply means what you talk and how you talk. It's all about the conversation between two people, whereby one person is going to convince and another person is going to buy the idea. Now, the very first and the foremost thing that you need to do is to gather all the information on what you are going to talk. If you are going to sell your product or services, then you need to have complete know-how, complete information on your product, even the products available from the other similar products, in the market. How a product stands in the market. This is also very important. The best way to ensure that you have complete information is to anticipate questions that are going to come from the listener. This will make you indulge in studies, researches. This is going to build confidence in the person who's going to buy your idea or product. If you are going for an interview, ensure that you completely read the job description. You need to understand what is expected out of you from the role that you are going for. You need to go into in-depth analysis and nitty-gritties of the information, of the entire conversation that is going to happen between you and the other person. Apart from this, the thing that is going to take you to the next level is value addition. This is where you win most of it. It's a feather in your cap. Your conversation has to strike value to the other person. If your product or services adds value to the business of your client, then most of it is done there. You won't have to try hard. certain things that you need to understand that you do not have to do. Don'ts, simply. First, do not try and talk negative about anyone, anybody, or any product. Let the client decide whether your product is good or somebody else's product is good. You only concentrate on the information that you have to disseminate to the other person. Do not give commitments that cannot be fulfilled. At times, most of the salesmen, most of the businessmen give commitments, but when it comes to the delivery part of it, there are lags or the delivery is not on time. This creates partial or complete dissatisfaction. And all the efforts that you have made, to grab the deal or the opportunity, you say, is vanished. It's wiped off. One more important thing that every businessman, every salesman has to keep in mind is you need to map your client's requirement to the product that you are selling. If your client doesn't need the product that you have to offer, then boss, you're wasting your time and somebody else's also. You're just making an effort for the sake of it. Apart from all these things, there are certain other things that you need to consider, as a part of your communication or your normal conversation. That is your body language, your hand and eye contact, your speech rate, in the entire verbal communication, the set of entire verbal communication. I'm not going to talk much about it here though, because we have a complete different series on verbal communication. But yes, this verbal communication will also play a very important role in your convincing, because this reflects the confidence that you throw to the other person. With the information that you bring to desk, with the value that your product adds to the client, with whatever you throw on the desk in the conversation, convincing should be a cakewalk. You do not have to put any extra effort apart from what we mentioned here. If you still have any questions, you may write or you may comment on my video and I'll get back to you. Please subscribe to my channel, as we have a lot more to offer you that's going to have an impact on your life, both professionally and personally. Till then, keep in touch. Thank you very much.